A little late at night to be out and about, don't you think? Whoa there! Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Are you okay? You look like you saw a ghost. Did I really scare you that badly? I know it's the middle of the night and I'm not wearing any makeup, but I'm not that bad looking. Hey, relax, I'm teasing. You know, for someone who apparently likes to ponder in the middle of the night, you're incredibly tense. Everything okay? Right, sure. Well, what are you pondering about anyway? Must be something big if it's keeping you up on a ship. Stargazing? Aren't you supposed to look up at the sky for that? You were looking east. Oh, there are stars in the east sky too. Alright, without turning, what constellation were you looking at? I can see it behind you, so you can't lie to me. Oh, I thought people who stargaze knew their constellations. Isn't that the whole point? But hey, it's fine. I came here to ponder too, so I'm not one to judge. What am I pondering about? Well, I ain't tellin' if you ain't tellin'. Seems only fair, right? You're pondering about everything. You're gonna have to be a little clearer than that. Everything is a lot to ponder about. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Mm. The academy. Well, ain't that something? I've met a few students from there. Now that you mention it, I guess you do look the type. Well, you know, a head full of fantasies of saving the world, adventuring equipment, poise. Yeah, poise. You have this... I don't know what else to call it. You look like former nobility, which is a surprisingly common background for academy adventurers. So, you're on an important quest, huh? I can see how that can make you ponder. Is the whole world at risk? Not the whole world, but maybe the Avon Islands. Those are still pretty high stakes. No wonder you're pondering. No wonder you ponder. I should be a bard. What am I? Well, I'm an elf, duh. No, I knew what you meant. I guess I'm just a traveler for now, but as soon as I get to the Ocean Republic, I'll become a sage's apprentice. Well, you see, I'm traveling from Frondoja to become a Duram, that's the Elvish word for ambassador, and I need to visit every major elven city to perform a ritual and study there for a whole decade. Honestly, it's all boring politics. I guess it sounds interesting at first. That's how they get you. But when you've been studying and training and politicaling for the past 30 years, it becomes kind of tedious. Adventuring sounds so much more fun though, except for the life-threatening situations. I assume those are not fun. Well, I'd gladly trade you. If you lock yourself up in an elven temple for 10 years, I'll go fight whatever you're fighting for you. An angry red cloud? Really? I see why that would pose a problem for the Avon Archipelago specifically. And how are you stopping that? Simon, the Rainmaker? Huh, I certainly wouldn't put it past him to do the angry cloud thing. Do I know him? Well, I'm going to the Sea Elves city, aren't I? Simon is Noamak's nemesis, and Noamak is the patron deity of the Sea Elves. Do you see what I'm saying now? No, I'm not exactly an expert, but I know my fair share of elven zoology. This upcoming decade will be all about brushing up on my history and doubling down on what I already know about Sea Elf society. What do I make of all this? Well, I don't see why Simo would have beef with Aviano. Those are his islands, right? But if the issue hasn't been solved yet, then the other gods are either staying out of it and waiting for the mortals to settle it, or they're being overpowered by Simo, which would make things much, much worse. It's probably the former though. An event of this magnitude usually means that everyone is in on it. I don't know what the Motos could have done to provoke this, but if it is indeed Simo's doing, which is more likely than not, your best course of action would be, well, asking, I suppose. But you already knew that. Where exactly were you headed? Figuring it out? Well, if you're solving this, you can't go to the Avon Islands. Because Simo won't be there. You have better chances at his temple or shrine. Well, maybe you could find a Simo temple in the archipelago, but you're better off going to the Phasms. Yes, the Phasms. The Lokata city. It's actually not far from where I'm going, so... Well, we could travel together there, if you wish. Of course, discuss it with your friends. I'm just saying that if you're looking for Simo, your best bet will be at his first temple in the Phasms. Sure, happy to help. I don't know how they'll feel about your whole quest, but the most temples are welcoming to outsiders, so I don't expect you'll run into trouble in the city. Am I traveling by myself? Well, yes. I can take care of myself. I know a magic trick or two. Besides, I'm sticking to the road. I should be fine. Oh, now you're offering to tag along? That was my idea in the first place. But sure, if your friends don't mind, I suppose it'd be safer for all of us to head for the Ocean Republic together. Oh, right. Where are my manners? We've been talking for like 7 minutes, and I haven't introduced myself. I'm Leah. Leah Bloom. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, potential travel companion. How I plan on getting there? Well, after reaching Amasand, we can just take the open road to Briere. They have a port sister city that connects with the Ocean Republic, right by the estuary. Why? What route were you going to take? You were going to cross that bridge when you got to it. Good thing you met me then. I have a map and everything. You didn't think I'd be doing this whole Durham thing unprepared, did you? I have a map, my apprentice token, my signet ring, a spellbook, and a bunch of coin. I probably shouldn't shout about my riches, but I think it's just you and me on deck for now, and if you were going to rob me, you would have done so already, so I trust you. I'm glad you trust me too. We are potential travel companions after all. Hey, earlier, why did you look at me like that? You know how. Weird. Like I was someone else. Oh, I remind you of someone. Who? You'd rather not talk about it? That's all right. She must have been a pretty elf too. We should get some sleep. It's late, and I think we've pondered long enough. I'll see you in the morning. And make sure to put in a good word for me with your companions.